Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's
Hello,
Gary and
anybody.
Danny. Hello, anybody. It's who is out there. It's Tuesday, and we are happy to be here. And we're going to sing. The theme tonight is something. I don't know.
I'm dripping water on my.
I think your
shirt.
reverb's on too. We've done so
Thought
many
I
shows.
turned it off. Oh, there you go.
We have done so many shows, and I don't think we've ever gotten the reverb thing right. So anyway, happy Tuesday. We hope you're doing okay. And had a nice Mother's Day for all of you, because we've all mothered something. So we're celebrating.
Well,
that
mother can be half a word too.
Yeah. So, but how are you? And we'd love to have you come in, sing along, let us know how you are, and let the love flow in.
Let the love flow like a mountain spring, and let your love grow. The loudest of things, and let your love grow. Who did that song? If Peter Krantz were here, he would know.
Peter would know if he's here. I don't know.
Captain Wax is pretty good at knowing song titles or who did what song, things like that.
You usually do too.
Some. I got some.
Yeah.
I'm not the best.
Well, okay, there I see you. Yeah, you just popped up on Facebook because
Well,
I always look. We're like delayed on Facebook, so we'll go a couple minutes before it comes through on Facebook. So anyway, let us know you're here and how you are, what you're doing. And if you need some love, let us know. We're going to send that out to you as well.
Well, it looks like we have three people.
Ooh,
all right.
Those are the most important people.
Those are the trio triumvirate of evil, triumvirate of good.
I know, I love that. So there you go. But the theme tonight is what? I don't know what the theme is.
Songs from films and TV.
Oh, okay.
I think I've got all films tonight.
All films.
I might have one TV. Well, no, I think I have all films.
You have all films tonight?
Yeah.
Michael Silvershare's here. Hello,
We
my
love
love.
that.
We love that you're here.
Hey, Michael,
You and Victoria love.
I have to talk to you. I have a couple questions for you. Not on the show here, but
You guys will have to
soon.
talk off the record.
Off the record.
Dale and Adrian are here. Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well.
Yes, they gave me a song of Adrian's. I didn't have time to learn it. What I really, though, if I'm going to do one of yours, I want to do the one from the Godzilla movie. That sounds really
To the
interesting.
Godzilla movie?
Yeah, they didn't have a chart for it, but maybe I can get maybe she can get me the lyrics by next week.
Adrian is such an amazing composer and artist. Well, they both are, and they're such good people.
Well, Dale is not a composer.
I know that, but he's a good person. That's
He's
what
a-
I'm
he's a-
talking about.
He's a great, talented and person, and we love him.
He makes sure everybody gets where they need to go, and what needs to get done gets done.
That's right.
He's the man that makes it all happen.
That's right.
So anyway, we're so glad you guys are here.
And he's got great hair.
And he's got great hair.
Let's see. Maybe I should start it off.
I think
So
you should
this
start
is
it off.
this is a song from a movie. I think you'll know which one it
The
is.
Wandots are here.
Oh my God,
Yay,
fantastic.
We missed you guys.
Yay.
Happy Tuesday.
I know. If it's a summer, we have to find a way to see you in the flesh. I'm not sure you actually have atoms. I think you may be a wraith, a spirit being or something like that.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the street the traffic starts jumping, with folks like me from the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taken and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5 for service and devotion. You would think that I deserve a fat promotion. Wanna move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. They let you dream just to watch them shatter. You're just a step on the boss man's ladder, but you got dreams he'll never take away. You're in the same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in and the tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way. Working at 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving, barely use your mind, and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the street, the traffic's all jumping with folks like me off the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. Yeah, they got you where you want you. There's a bed. That's what I get for not warming up for the show. There's a better life, and you think about it, don't you? It's a rich man's game, no matter what they call it. And you spend your life putting money in his wallet. 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taken and no giving, they just use your mind, and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it.
You had a total yak in the middle of your song.
I just I could the phlegm went in. The phlegm was not going to be ignored.
Oh, good. Hopefully, a lot of people missed that.
The phlegm. No, well, they may have seen it. It's part of
We have Bob.
when you sing, sometimes that happens.
You totally yacked. We have so many friends here tonight. Joanne Tinder's here. Hello, beautiful. We're so happy you're here. And Bob DeWeese. Is that Bob Fischera?
No, Bob DeWeese is you might have met him. He came to the show, and he's a Breakfast Club member. He's one of the tallest people I know, and he's been a long time Breakfast Club member, and one of my favorite people.
Hi,
Bob, I'm so glad you're here.
You're here.
That's
and
so
Deanna Haddada's here from Texas. And my friend Valerie Lorber's here. And Robert Thomas Mine and Peter Krenz. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
All right, I'm going to try not to do any schmaltzy
try
stuff
not to yak.
for no, it wasn't yak. It was a cough. Yakking is when you barf, isn't it?
You had a fur ball.
I had a fur ball. That's what I had. All right, 9 to 5 is a song written and recorded by American entertainer Dolly Parton for the 1980 comedy film of the same name. In addition to appearing on the film's soundtrack, the song was the centerpiece of Parton's album 9 to 5 at Odd Jobs, released in 1980. The song was released as a single in November 1980. The song garnered Parton an Academy Award nomination and 4 Grammy Award nominations, winning her awards for Best Country Song and Best Country Vocal Performance Female. For a time, the song became something of an anthem for office workers in the U.S., and in 2004, her song ranked at number 78 on the American Film Institute's 100 Years, 100 Songs. The song and film owe their titles to 9 to 5, an organization founded in 1973 excuse me, with the aim of bringing about fair play and equal treatment for women in the workplace.
Gary has fur balls.
I do.
Sorry, I just keep thinking of my cat hacking up his fur ball.
Well, I rarely see him do that.
He goes just like that.
Well,
Okay, I'll be quiet. You go ahead and finish.
my kitty is my favorite animal. I love my cat. The song is featured in a musical theater adaptation of the film, featuring a book by the film's original writer, Patricia Resnick, and 20 additional songs written by Dolly Parton. 9 to 5 began showing previews in L.A. in 2008 and played on Broadway at the Marquis Theater from April until September 2009 before touring. A few months before Parton's song in the film, Scottish singer Sheena Easton released a single called 9 to 5 in the UK. When Easton's song was released in the US the following year, it was renamed Morning Train. My baby drives a morning train. You remember that one? He works from 9 to 5 and then... Remember that song?
That was like total high school dance days.
She was a cutie pie. I liked her, Sheena. The song is one of... So is Dolly, for instance. The song is one of the few Billboard chart songs to feature the clacking of a typewriter. It's stated in a number of interviews that when you wrote the song, she devised the clacking typewriter rhythm by running her acrylic fingernails back and forth against one another. Should have used that sound. That would have been cool.
And I don't know if you have never listened to the Dolly Parton podcast about her and her songwriting and her career is pretty amazing. What's it called? I don't remember the name of it.
I don't remember either, honey.
I don't know. I think it's just called Dolly Parton, but it's a great podcast. And Peter Krantz is making beer stew. What's it besides beer?
Who cares?
That was a typo. It's really beef stew, not beer stew.
Well, beer stew would be, putting a little beer in stew would be good.
I'd never heard of beer stew before. That's
beer
funny.
stew.
Peter Krantz is always cooking something yummy, so I always ask him what's for dinner.
All right, number 2 song today is Crazy for You. It's a song recorded by Madonna for the film Vision Quest in 1985. John Peters and Peter Guber, along with musical director Phil Ramone, decided to use Madonna after listening to her previous recordings employing John Bettis and John Lind to write the song. Bettis's lyrics, Bettis did lyrics for Michael Jackson's Human Nature, the Pointer Sisters' Slow Hand, and John Lind did Vanessa Williams' Save the Best for Last, co-written with Wendy Waldman. Bettis says, "Excuse me, this is from Madonna. Really? Can she sing a song like this?" John and I were surprised at the choice of artists at the time, if you want to know the truth. John Jellybean Benitez was the record producer for Crazy for You, and it was a challenge for him as previously he was only associated with recording dance pop songs. Bettis was surprised and went over to Lynn's house where he warmly received the newly recorded version of the song. It had a different arrangement from the demo version done by composer Rob Mounsey, who rearranged the original track and added the background vocals. Important recording for Madonna, as the song being a ballad was openly accepted at adult contemporary radio. She had already charted with her singles like a Virgin and Material Girl. Hence, Madonna wanted to prove that she can sing in a different genre of music. Originally, Warner did not want to release it as a single, but Warner Brothers chief Mo Austin went to Robert A. Daly and requested him to pull out the Madonna tracks from the Vision Quest soundtrack. Daly summoned Peters and Guber to his office and informed them they had to let go of the tracks. Peters protested, resulting him in escaping. Peter protested and shouted at Daly, which made Daly escape in flight. And Warner was allowed Crazy for You. So I guess if you yell at somebody, it works sometimes. It works when you yell at me, honey. I do.
You cower in the corner when I yell at you.
I do whatever you ask me to do. All right. So anyway, this is one of my favorite Madonna tunes. I like it a lot.
This is so 80s. I love it.
Swaying room as the music starts, strangers making the most of the dark. 2 by 2 their bodies become one. I see you through the smoky air. Can't you feel the weight of my stare? You're so close but still a world away. What I'm trying to say is that I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and I know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's so brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you. hard to control my heart. I walk over to where you are. Eye to eye we meet, no words at all. Slowly now we begin to move. Every breath I'm deeper into you. Soon we two are standing still in time. If you read my mind, you'll see I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. You'll feel it in my kiss because I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you. Crazy for you. It's all brand new. I'm crazy for you, and you know it's true. I'm crazy, crazy for you. It's all brand new. I'm crazy for you, and you know it's true. Yeah, I'm crazy for you, baby. Crazy for you, baby. Crazy for you. Crazy for you, baby.
That was our total slow dance song in high school.
Oh, right. Who'd you slow dance with, honey?
All the boys.
Oh, good.
Anybody, probably my girlfriends, because usually in the high school dances, you would just dance with your girlfriends, or you'd stand on the wall. My friend from high school is here, Nancy. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Nancy Spencer. And Stacy Wolken is here. We missed you, Stacy. We're so
Stace is
glad you're here. And Paul Carlin. Hello, my beautiful friend. We're so happy you're here. Happy Tuesday.
All right. My friend Dottie Berman, who's here, and sometimes Hallie. I don't think Hallie is right here right now, but we all went to the LA City College Theater Department. And I wanted to be an actor and director, but I wound up doing a lot of composing and music directing for shows. One of the people whose show I wanted to get into was a musical theater writer and an actor there who had a lot of success. His name is Bruce Kimmel. Bruce was born in December 8, 1947, also known as Guy Haynes, is an actor, writer, director, composer, and Grammy-nominated CD producer for his recording of the revival of Hello, Dolly. Kimmel appeared in many TV shows, such as The Partridge Family, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, MASH, Donnie and Marie. I remember going over to his house at a party, and Cindy Williams was there, and Jeff Goldblum. This was way back in the 70s, but
Oh, you were hobnobbing with
I was schmoozing with the stars.
You were schmoozing with the stars.
So his second film. Oh, anyway, so this is a song from his first film, which was called The First Nudie Musical. It's a 1976. Bruce texted me today and said, "Are you going to do this song?" And I said, "Okay, well, send me a chart," and he did. So I'm going to do it.
So
It's an American musical comedy film directed by Mark Haggard and Bruce Kimmel, with a score by Kimmel. Kimmel co-stars alongside Stephen Nathan and Cindy Williams in a series of farcical lewd numbers spoofing the style of classic Hollywood musicals. Originally distributed by Paramount, it was picked up by World North Owl in 1977. The film developed a cult following, aided by frequent broadcasts on Cinemax and home video releases. The story of the thing is Harry Schechter, heir to a failing Hollywood studio, attempts to stave off bankruptcy by producing a musical comedy porno. Songs include Orgasm, Lesbian Butch Dyke, and Dancing Dildos.
That sounds like the perfect musical.
Many of our friends from LA City College were in the show. I'm going to give you a little quote here. Oh, Ron Howard had a cameo as an actor in the casting call scene. From Bruce, the movie began. This is what Bruce said. The movie began filming on May 5th, 1975. Yes, a week ago we turned 50. The only LACC person that I know well who is not in it is you. He said that to me. I wasn't in it. I don't know why.
What?
Cindy Williams, me, being Bruce, Cindy Williams, me, Stephen Nathan, Diana Canova, Alan Abalou, Leslie Ackerman, and her song was dubbed in by Annette O'Toole. And, of course, the dancing dildos themselves. Lloyd Gordon, Steve Judson, you've met Steve, Jeff Harlan, and Artie Schaefer. Released by Paramount in 1976 and re-released the following year when we had our big success playing 3 months exclusively in New York at the 68th Street Playhouse and then going into wide release. The week that it happened, we were the fourth highest grossing film in the country. It was, get this, Star Wars, The Spy Who Loved Me, You Light Up My Life, and the first nudie musical. It became one of the first cable hits and played theaters on and off for the next 6 years. 3 years ago, I licensed it to Quiver Distribution for streaming, and now it's been streaming on every major platform, all of them except Disney.
So check out. Oh, my brother's here. Hi, David. We're so happy you're here.
So anyway, the setup here is it's a number where guys were dressed in dildo costumes, not the fleshy kind, but the ones that are supposed to be like, oh, you know, there used to be ads in magazines going, a facial massager. That was the way they had to market it then. So here we go. This is called Dancing Dildos. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Everybody should know this song.
I don't know anybody. Well, some of the people might know it. Oh, and so I guess the setup is there's a woman talking at the beginning and talking about why she needs her dildo. So, let me get at the piano sound here. You need a piano when you're doing a song about dildos. Imagine this a woman saying this: "Our men are off fighting in a war, while we women folks sit at home needing more. And though it may sound corny, we southern belles get horny, and that is what our little friends are for." We're just dancing dildos, are we? Dancing, you see, just for you. We're just dancing out on a spree, happy to be here with you. Dancing dildos, we meet a test. We'll stand up tall and then you do the rest. And then dancing dildos, aren't we gay? Yes, sir. Dancing all night and all day. Dancing dildos, dancing our life away. Wouldn't you like to play? Come on and dance with me. Now, this is where they start dancing and they buzz. Dancing dildos, dancing dildos, we meet the test. We'll stand up tall and then you do the rest. And then dancing dildos, aren't we gay? Dancing all night and all day. Dancing dildos, dancing the night away. Wouldn't you like to play? Come on and dance with us.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dancing Dildo song.
Yes, I made a couple mistakes. I hope Bruce will forgive me, but I was just reading it here.
We
So,
will forgive you, probably.
but yes,
on
it's a very funny movie. But these days everybody is a little bit more prudish about things like that. So, it may offend you. So, but then again, I wrote the music to the movie Aristocrats, which is about the world's dirtiest joke told by every comedian. So if you're offended by anything, you should never watch that
Never
movie.
watch it. Claire is here from way over in the Philippines. Hi. So it's Wednesday for her. Hi, Claire. We love you. Sending you lots of love. So glad you got in time for that special song.
All right, from the ridiculous to the sublime. This is a request from Wanda Baker and also from Hallie, I think, Hallie Burton, but I'm not sure. Moon River is a song composed by Henry Mancini with lyrics by Johnny Mercer, rather. It was originally performed by Audrey Hepburn in the 1961 film Breakfast at Tiffany's, winning an Academy Award for Best Original Song. The song also won the 1962 Grammy Awards for Record of the Year and Score of the Year. And Song of the Year. In 1999, Mancini's recording was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. It became the theme song for Andy Williams, who first recorded it in 1962 and performed it at the Academy Awards ceremony that year. He used the first 8 bars of it for each episode of his eponymous television show and named his production company and venue in Branson, Missouri after it. His autobiography is called Moon River and Me. Williams' version was never released as a single, but it charted as an LP track, and then he recorded it for Columbia on a hit album of 1962. The song's success was responsible for relaunching Mercer's career as a songwriter, which had stalled in the mid-1950s because rock and roll had replaced jazz standards as the popular music of the time. The song's popularity is such that it has been used as a test sample in a study of people's memories of popular songs. Comments about the lyrics have noted that they are particularly reminiscent of Mercer's youth in the southern United States and his longing to expand his horizons. This is Robert Wright wrote in the Atlantic Monthly. This is a love song sung to wanderlust, or a romantic song in which the romantic partner is the idea of romance. An inlet near Savannah, Georgia, Johnny Mercer's hometown, was named Moon River in honor of him and this song. All right. There was an eruption of behind-the-scenes consternation when a Paramount Pictures executive, Martin Racken, suggested removing the song from the film after a tepid Los Angeles preview. Hepburn's reaction was described by Mancini and others in degrees varying from her saying, "over my dead body," to her using much more colorful language to make the same point. There's also an amazing a cappella cover by this genius guy, Jacob Collier. Jacob Collier. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. He's amazing. All right, so this is one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite composers ever. Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows in, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows in, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River and me.
Mm, I can just hear that song over and over. It's just such a wonderful, beautiful song. Thank
It
you.
is a fantastic song. You're
We
welcome.
have somebody watching. His name is, I don't know, Roblox King. I don't know. He loves your music, or she. Maybe it's a she.
Roblox King. I don't know.
I don't know. I
Roblox
was
King.
thinking it might be Robbie, but I don't know.
Might be the
Maybe
king of all
it-
Robloxes.
it's the king of Roblox. Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. I love it. All right. So next song is a guitar song.
What's
This
the
was
next
a, this
song?
was a
Peter's
s-
still trying to figure out the theme.
Oh, the theme is songs from films.
I see. So I was right.
Well, I mentioned that at the beginning.
I
honey,
know,
think.
but I have a short-term memory issues.
Oh, it's okay. What-
So do you.
What's your name again?
Bonnie Beckman's here. Hi. So the other night, well, we came home and, I got some really disappointing news with the really great job that I had lined up. They rescinded the offer. So I basically got a job and a great job and lost it next week. And so I was dealing with my disappointment, and Gary says, well, let's watch Fiddler on the Roof. So we watched Fiddler on the Roof, and I don't know those of you that are Fiddler on the Roof fans, but, I'm just bawling through this whole
Well, you were
show.
bawling before, so it was cathartic.
It was just, and then they start singing, and then I'm like bawling louder. I'm like, this wasn't the right show to watch.
No, you enjoyed it.
It was cathartic. That
Alright.
was fun. And you made some really good popcorn.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna.
All right. Oh, that's loud. Let me get it a little softer, I think. All right. Mrs. Robinson is a song by American folk rock duo Simon and Garfunkel from their fourth studio album, Bookends. Simon and Garfunkel reached national fame in 1965 and 66, touring colleges and releasing a string of hit singles. Meanwhile, director Mike Nichols, then filming The Graduate, became fascinated with two of the duo's songs, listening to them nonstop before and after filming. After 2 weeks of this obsession, he met with Columbia Records chairman Clive Davis to ask for permission to license Simon and Garfunkel music for his film. Davis viewed it as a perfect fit and envisioned a best-selling soundtrack album. Simon was not as immediately receptive, viewing movies as akin to selling out, but he agreed to write at least one or two new songs for the film after being impressed by Nichols' wit and the script, and plus the fact he was paid $25,000 to submit 3 songs to Nichols and producer Lawrence Turman. Several weeks later, Simon reemerged with 2 new tracks, Punky's Dilemma and Overs, neither of which Nichols was particularly taken with. Nichols asked the duo if they had any more songs to offer. They had been working on on a track entitled Mrs. Roosevelt and returned to perform it for Nichols. He was ecstatic about the song, later commenting, they filled in with dee 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 because there was no verse yet, but I liked even that. Garfunkel later expanded upon the song's placement in The Graduate. So I guess they replaced Mrs. Robinson. They said Paul had been working on what is now Mrs. Robinson, but there was no name in it, and we'd just fill it in with any 3-syllable names, and because of the character in the picture, we just began using the name Mrs. Robinson to fit. And one day we were sitting around with Mike talking about ideas for another song, and I said, what about Mrs. Robinson? Mike shot to his feet. You have a song called Mrs. Robinson and you haven't even shown it to me? So we explained the working title and we sang it for him, and then Mike froze it for the picture as Mrs. Robinson. Simon's inclusion of the phrase cuckoo cuckoo is an homage to the lyric in the Beatles' I Am the Walrus. References to the last verse in Joe DiMaggio was often perhaps the most discussed part of the song. Simon, a fan of Mickey Mantle, was asked during an intermission on the the Dick Cavett show why Mantle was not mentioned in the song instead of DiMaggio. Simon replied, "It was just about the syllables, Dick. It was about how many beats there are." Simon happened to meet DiMaggio and at a New York City restaurant, and the two immediately discussed the song. DiMaggio said, "What I don't understand is why you ask if I'm gone, where I'm gone. I just did a Mr. Coffee commercial. I'm a spokesman for Bowery Savings and Bank, and I haven't gone anywhere." Simon replied, "Well, that I didn't mean the lines literally, that I thought of him as an American hero and that genuine heroes were in short supply." He accepted the explanation and thanked me. We shook hands and said goodnight. So that's a cute story, right?
I was muted. That's a very cute story, honey. And every time I'd take the kids to the pool when they were really little, and I'd see the little 20-year-old lifeguards come out, I'd think of, "So here's to you, Mrs.
Well, you might be somebody's Mrs. Robinson one day.
That's what I'm saying. My other brother Mark is here. Hi, Marky Boo. It's a brother fest. Mom's not here. We can talk about her.
And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. We'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the grounds until you feel at home. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hide it in a hiding place where no one ever goes. Put it in your pantry with your cupcakes. It's a little secret, just the Robinsons are there. Most of all, you've got to hide it from the kids. Cuckoo-ca-choo, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I was doing arts part. Sitting on a sofa on a Sunday afternoon, going to the candidates' debate. Laugh about it, shout about it when you got to choose. everywhere you look at it, you lose. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? A nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Woo, woo, woo. What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Joltin' Joe has left and gone away. Hey, 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 hey.
Do, 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 do. I could probably do some backup if we rehearsed.
Okay, honey.
The singer that I always wanted to be. I always wanted to be a rock star. Yeah, didn't you sing with your hairbrush as a microphone?
Me?
No, that's what I did.
Oh, okay.
I play my little blue record player and I put on my Donny Osmond albums and sing along with my brush like I was, singing it.
Were there any other brush singers around?
No.
Oh,
So-
what, Sam?
Sam wants a treat. And Sam is still with us, everybody. He's hanging in there. He does not want to go.
All right, I have another request from Wanda here.
Oh, it's Wanda's hot night tonight. Tina Saddington's finally here. We missed you.
This is Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. It's a
Oh.
comedy song written by Monty Python member Eric Idle that was first featured in the Python film Life of Brian and has gone on to become a common sing-along at public events such as football matches as well as funerals. It became immensely popular, reaching number 3 on. I want you to sing that in my funeral, honey. When I'm gone, you need to lead a chorus of "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life," especially if you put me on a cross. That would be good.
Nail
too.
you to a cross with a crown of thorns.
That'd be good.
If anybody
I'd
wants
like
to
that.
volunteer for the chorus, let me know.
I'd like that. Whilst trying to come up with a way of ending the film Monty Python's Life of Brian, Eric Idle wrote an original version of the song on a Gibson J50 guitar using only jazz chords he learned from a course by Mickey Baker. Originally, the song was sung in a more straight fashion, which the other Python members eventually agreed would be good enough for the end of the film. However, Michael Palin noted in his diary that during a script meeting, Eric's 2 songs, Otto and Look on the Bright Side's Crucifixion song, are rather coolly received before lunch. Despite being initially underwhelmed, the group warmed to Idle's efforts and the song was retained. While practicing during a break in filming, Idle found that it worked better if he sung it in a more cheeky manner by a character of his called Mr. Cheeky, which in turn was based on the film's Cockney Lighting Crew. This new version was used in the film and became one of Monty Python's most famous compositions. The song appeared at the end of the film. The film's lead character, Brian Cohen, played by Graham Chapman, has been crucified for his part in a kidnap plot. After a succession of apparent rescue opportunities all come to nothing, a character on a nearby cross, played by Eric Idle, attempts to cheer him up. As the song progresses, many of the other crucifixion victims begin to dance in a very restricted way and join in with the song's whistled hook. Always Look on the Bright Side of Life was arranged and conducted by John Altman and recorded at Chappell's studio with a full orchestra and the Fred Tomlinson Singers. The song touched a chord with the British trait of stoicism and stiff upper lip. In the face of disaster, and it became immensely popular. When the destroyer HMS Sheffield was struck by an Exocet cruise missile on 4th of May 1982 in the Falklands War, the crew sang while waiting to be rescued from their sinking ship, as did the crew of the HMS Coventry. When Chapman died on 4th of October 1989, the 5 remaining Pythons came together at his public memorial to sing Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. So here we go. Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. look on the bright side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lip and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. And always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath. Life's a piece of shit when you think of it. Life's a laughs and death's a joke, it's true. You see it's all a show, keep 'em laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Come on, cheer up. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. Always, hope you're all singing out there, side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
We needed that. That was a good one. Were you singing along? My friend Nancy was whistling along. Who else was whistling along? I love that song.
All right, let's see. What time is it? I think we're good. We have 3 more songs.
3 more songs, everybody. We went
Today's-
to the movies the other day and we saw Sinners.
Ooh, that was cool. You should
Yeah,
watch
it's
that.
a vampire movie, but I always love it when we go to the movies because we get popcorn, and then Gary's always that person that buys, like, you know, the candy snacks and the so we have red vines. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, they
All
were
right,
singing.
I don't know if anybody mentioned this. I've sung this in a duet with the gal who starred in Knight Rider, Rebecca. Tim, what's Rebecca's last name?
Well, Rebecca, we'll think of it. I'll look at.
You're supposed to know these things. Anyway, she's great. She's great singer,
And
great
she's
actress.
a lovely person too.
And so it'll come to me whenever I sing. It's things fall out of my head. Well, things fall out of my head anyway. But Up Where We Belong is a song written by Jack Nietzsche, Buffy St. Marie, and Will Jennings that was recorded by Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warrens for the 1982 film An Officer and a Gentleman. Excuse me. Warrens was recommended to sing a song from the film because of her previous soundtrack successes. She had the idea for the song to be a duet that would feature her and Cocker. Jennings selected various sections of the score by Nietzsche and St. Marie in creating the structure of the song and added lyrics about the struggles of life and love and the obstacles and people that people attempt to dodge. Let me see. I got to put this other piece of music up here so I can see my chords. Oops. The song reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the U.S. and topped the charts in several other countries. It also sold more than 1 million copies in the U.S. and was recognized by the Recording Industry Association of America as one of the songs of the century. Cocker and Warrens were awarded the Grammy for Best Pop Performance. So while plans were being made for An Officer and a Gentleman to be distributed by Paramount Pictures, a studio executive, Frank Mancuso, was insistent upon having some kind of music to use to promote the film. The director of the film, Taylor Hackford, was also interested in producing an original title song, but there was no budget for it. Still, he got together with Joel Sill, who was head of music at Paramount, without anyone else in the studio knowing that they were doing so. The director's friend Gary George, the former head of publicity at Warner Brothers, suggested Jennifer Warnes, who was a client of his. She had had 6 songs that placed in the top half of the Billboard Hot 100, and she had done the Oscar-nominated One More Hour from Ragtime and the Oscar-winning It Goes Like It Goes from Norma Rae. I think we do a show next week, which you probably will, I think I'm going to do It Goes Like It Goes. One of my favorite films from the film Norma Rae. It was an amazing song. The last scene of the film brought the story to a happy ending, and Hackford wanted to have a song playing during the closing credits that would act as a reflection of the relationship portrayed and incorporate the score composed by Jack Nitzsche. He was having trouble writing a theme as he was scoring the film, and his longtime friend Buffy St. Marie played him a melody that she had started working on called Up Where We Belong. Nietzsche wanted to have Buffy write the rest of the lyrics, but her background in folk music caused Sill and Hackford to look elsewhere. Sill invited a lyricist who he'd worked with, Will Jennings, into the studio to view a rough cut, and that gave Jennings inspiration for the structure and lyrics of what became Up Where We Belong. So here we go. I sang this in a duet. This is the first time I've done it solo. We'll see how it goes. Who knows what tomorrow brings? In a world few hearts survive. All I know is the way I feel. When it's real, I keep it alive. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the world below, where the free winds blow. Some hang on to used to be, live their lives looking behind. All we have is here and now, all our lives out there to find. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the world can go on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world we know, where the clear winds blow. Time goes by, no time to cry. Life's you and I alive today. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world
love lift us all up. See, that made me cry.
Oh, good. Well, it was sort of I guess she had seen Joe do a concert for some kind of thing, and she knew that Joe had lots of drug problems, but he kind of came back out and had a whole second career near the end of his. I remember seeing him in what was that movie?
We saw him at Jazz Fest.
In Across the Universe. Yeah, we saw him at Jazz Fest, but he had the movie Across the Universe, which was
oh yeah,
Julie Taymor's
that was really great.
treatment of Beatles songs, and he sang "Come Together," and it was like you're going, wow, because of all the people you thought would have died out of the '60s, you'd think Joe Cocker would have, but we saw him.
Keith Richards.
We saw him in New Orleans in the mid 2000s, and he was jumping up and down on stage and still singing great. So that's wonderful.
Yes. So we don't know what tomorrow brings. So do what you need to do right now to love whoever you're with.
Well, that's another song. That's a Stephen Stills song. But I don't know if it's from a movie.
I'm just emphasizing the need for love, and we never know, how many days we do have. So
I understand, baby. I was just kidding. I'm kidding.
Encouraging you to let people know that you love them. Don't wait.
I love you, honey.
I love you too.
Well, let's see. So I'm going to do now a song. I wanted to do this song. I didn't get a request for it, but I really love it. And it was a total surprise for me, because I was absolutely certain this song was done by Backrack, by Bert and Hal David. I was absolutely certain. Dionne Warwick sings in it. It's got odd bars. It's got a lot of, a chord pattern which sounds so much like Burt Bacharach, but it's not by Burt Bacharach. The theme from Valley of the Dolls is a 1967 song by Andre and Dory Previn, composed for the film version of the Jacqueline Suzanne novel Valley of the Dolls and recorded by Dionne Warwick. Actress Barbara Parkins, who is mostly known for her role on the primetime soap opera Peyton Place, who starred in the motion picture, suggested that Warwick be considered to sing the film's theme song. The song was supposed to have been sung by Judy Garland, who had been fired from the film. A recording of Warwick appeared on the B-side of her original single of Burt Bacharach and Hal David's I Say a Little Prayer, a big hit which peaked at number 4 on the Hot 100 and which was RIAA certified gold in February 1968. Warwick re-recorded a Pat Williams arranged and Burt Bacharach produced version of the theme of Valley of the Dolls. Well, Burt produced it, so he probably had a lot to do with the sound of it. But her home label would not allow her version from the film to be included on the 20th Century Fox soundtrack album, stupidly. So her album, Dionne Warwick and Valley of the Dolls, peaked at number 6 on the Billboard album chart. There was a writer who felt that the inviting arrangement, the gorgeous melody, and the soulful lyric by Dory Previn, she had a rough life. She wrote of vulnerability and uncertainty, bordering on despair from a fragile place deep within. I didn't put this down in here, but I remember there was a show that she was a musical that she was supposed to open in L.A., and it didn't open for some reason. If anybody remembers that story, I should have looked it up, but I forgot. In January '68, when the film Valley of the Dolls dominated the U.S. box office, the B-side Valley of the Dolls entered the Hot 100 in its own right. So it got to number 1 on many radio stations across America, among them WLS in Chicago. Andre George Previn, born Andreas Ludwig Previn, was born April 6, 1929, and died on February 28, 2019. He was a German-American pianist, composer, and conductor. His career had 3 major genres: Hollywood films, jazz, and classical music. In each, he achieved success, and the latter 2 were part of films and the latter part of his life until the end. Previn was involved in creating music for over 50 films and won 4 Academy Awards for his work. Now, Dorothy Veronica Dory Previn, who was born October 22nd, 1925, and died February 14th, 2012, was an American lyricist, singer, songwriter, and poet. During the late 50s and 60s, Previn was a lyricist on songs intended for motion pictures, and with her then-husband, Andre Previn, received several Academy Award nominations. In the 70s, after their divorce, Previn's lyrics from this period are characterized by their originality or irony and honesty in dealing with her troubled personal life, as well as more generally about relationships, sexuality, religion, and psychology. Until her death, she continued to work as a writer of song lyrics and prose. So this song I just think is really lovely. I hope I do it justice.
George Vanel's here. Hi, George.
We
We
love
love
George Benell.
you.
I wish you were playing bass for me right now. Oh, good. I do have the. Gotta get off, gonna have to get off of this ride. Gotta get hold, need to get hold of my pride. When did I get, where did how was I caught in this game? When will I know, where will how can I think of my name? When did I stop feeling sure, feeling safe, and start wondering why, wondering why. Is this a dream? Am I here? Where are you? Was in back of the sky. Why do we cry? Gotta get off, gotta get off of this merry-go-round. Gotta get hold, gonna need to get hold of my pride. Where did I get, where did why am I lost as a lamb? When will I know, where will how will I learn who I am? Is this a dream? Am I here? Where are you? Tell me, when will I know? How will I know? When will I know? Why?
That's such a good song. I love that. We heard that on David Johansen's Mansion of Fun.
The lyric, Mary, that's right, Mary C. Brown and the Hollywood Sign. That's what it was. Yes, exactly. Did you ever see it?
I think I did.
Not you. I don't
Oh.
think you saw it. It was a live stage musical back in the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
But I wonder if Adrienne saw it. Did Adrienne say that she saw it?
This is our last song.
This is our last song.
So I'm going to say my goodbyes. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And I hope that you were able to open up your heart and your mind and just feel the love that we do this for. And Deanna Hadada said that she looks forward to Tuesday nights because she can find some peace and serenity. And, you know, that's pretty beautiful. That's what we're here for. So I hope that you are surrounded by love. And if nobody has told you today, let me be the one to tell you that you matter and I love you. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you, honey. My wife, Danelle Stockdale, the best pre-K teacher in the world, that knows more about the young minds and can deal with, can deal with people like me, which is amazing. But I love you, honey. Thank you. We went to town to see her mom on Mother's Day. Betty, she's not here right now, I don't think, but she'll probably watch later. But we love you, Betty. We love brothers Mark and David, and especially love you, honey. You're the best mom in the world. All right. So this is a request from Banks and from Hallie, neither of which are here. But Goldfinger is the title song for the 1964 James Bond film of the same name, composed by John Barry with lyrics by Leslie Bricusse and Anthony Newley. The song was performed by Shirley Bassey for the film's opening and closing title sequences, as well as the soundtrack album release. The single release of the song gave Bassey her only Billboard Hot 100 Top 40 hit, peaking at the number 10 spot and number 8 and number 2 for 4 weeks on the adult contemporary chart. One source of inspiration was the song Mac the Knife, which Goldfinger director Guy Hamilton showed composer John Barry, thinking it was a gritty and rough song that could be a good model for what the film required. Lyricists Leslie Bricusse and Anthony Newley were not shown any film footage or script excerpts, but were advised of the fatal gilding, turning gold, suffered by the Jill Masterson character played by Shirley Eaton. Bricusse later recalled that once he and Newley hit upon utilizing the Midas touch in the lyric, the pattern of the song became evident, and the lyrics were completed within a couple days at most. The first recording of Goldfinger was made by Newley, with Barry as the conductor, which completed 2 completed takes in May 1964. He recalled that Newley gave a very creepy performance, and so Newley's recording was made just as a demo for the filmmakers, because Newley did not want to sing it in a movie because they thought the song was a bit weird. Shirley Bassey was Barry's choice to record the song. He'd been the conductor on Bassey's national tour in December 1963, and the two had been romantically involved. Well, I don't blame him. I got to sing on one of the Academy Awards, and Shirley Bassey came up and sang this song on stage, and I saw her, and she must have been in her 70s, but she still looked amazing. So, there's hope for us in our 70s. The producer credit named Bassey's regular producer, George Martin, but the session was in fact overseen by John Barry. Vic Flick, who was the guitar player who played the the Bond theme. Jimmy Page was there, John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin, and Big Jim Sullivan. They're all said to have been at the session, but Page just played on the instrumental version. The recording of Goldfinger lasted all night because Barry demanded repeated takes, not due to any shortcomings in Bassey's vocal, but because of musical or technical glitches. Initially, Bassey had problems with the climactic final note, which necessitated, I don't know why, maybe because it was too binding, but it necessitated her slipping behind a studio partition between takes to remove her bra. Bassey said of the final note, I was holding it and holding it. I was looking at John Barry and I was going blue in the face, and he's going, hold it just one more second. When it finished, I nearly passed out. The iconic 2-note phrase, that one, which is the basis for the song's introduction, was not in the original orchestration, but occurred to Barry during a tea break following an hour and a half of rehearsal. By the time the musicians returned 20 minutes later, he had written the figure into the orchestration. I can't end without a mention of what I said. Vic Flick, who's the guy who played it's a great sound, great performance. He was paid £7.5 for his work. £7.5 for the most iconic guitar solo ever. Plus, there's a big controversy that Monty Norman, who gets credit for writing the Bond theme, didn't really write the whole Bond theme. What I think it is, and you can look it up, but is that John Barry, that's a very John Barry melody, but the other one was definitely by Monty Norman. So anyway, there you have it. It's a controversy. Anyway, so we're going to watch Goldfinger. I was in 7th grade when Goldfinger came out. I especially loved the opening credits where you'd see silhouettes of naked women, which I thought was unbelievably fantastic. And I went to see the movie, I think, 11 times. So I was a fan. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Thank you. I can quote that whole scene. Goldfinger, he's the man with the Midas touch, a spider's touch. Oh, what did I do wrong? Let's see. Man with the Midas touch. Oh, I played the wrong chord. A spider's touch. Such a cold finger beckons you to enter his web of sin, but don't go in. Golden words he will pour in your ear, but his lies can't disguise what you fear. For a golden girl knows when he's kissed her, it's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger. Pretty girls, beware of his heart of gold. His heart is cold. Golden words he will pour in your ear, but his lies can't disguise what you fear. For a golden girl knows when he's kissed her, it's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger. Pretty girls, beware of his heart of gold. His heart is cold. He loves only gold. Only gold. He loves only gold. He loves gold. He loves only gold. Only gold. He loves gold. Almost made that note. All right, thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.